Thank you very much, yeah. So thank you very much, of course, for coming and joining us here so early in the morning. If you know me, I'm not much of a morning person, so the promise of coffee is usually the thing that gets me out of bed. I think that for most people, though, there's great motivation for the amazing food that we have here. We've got pancakes, sausages, fruit, everything you can imagine, everything you could want in a morning breakfast. So I am obviously happy to be here as the MC. It's been a few years in a row now, but I have to say, looking out at the crowd today, this is the best that we have seen. Obviously, there's been a hiccup with regards to COVID in a few of the previous ones, but this is so good to be back in person, back together, enjoying each other's company. So please, thank you very much for coming here, and I just want to say, this would not happen without all of you, so please give yourselves a round of applause. Of course, as is the case with most MCs at a meal, it's usually me talking and I'm the one in the way of you getting to your breakfast, so I'm going to be as brief as possible. But before we go any further, I want to stop and recognize all of the volunteers who put this together. We've got MLAs for days in here doing work for you. It's nice to see that you have, as Albertans, finally put your MLAs to work. So well done. And thank you, of course, to our amazing band. It's basically become the house band for this event. Calgary-based Blues Whack Band. We've got Emma Arndt, Don Uswack, Ron Lukiv, Daryl Arndt, Kenney McDonald. He's important because he's the drummer, and as a drummer myself, we have to give them a round of applause. We are, of course, honored to be joined today by Stampede royalty. We have, of course, Jenna Peters, Calgary Stampede Princess, and the Calgary Stampede First Nations Princess, Sika Pinaki Lowhorn. You are both, of course, gorgeous as ever, and it's our honor to have you here today. Joining us as well today are members of the Calgary Stampede's executive. We have Steve McDonough, Chairman and President, Will Osler, First Vice Chair, Stuart O'Connor, Second Vice Chair, and Joel Cowley, CEO. Please give them all a round of applause. So, and now I would like to invite to the podium the individual who I think we are all here to hear from. It is the individual who has delivered not just one, but Alberta's first 2 balanced budgets in 7 years. He has helped bring more than $150 billion in new investment to Alberta, and he has overseen Calgary's unemployment rate drop to the lowest point since February of 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, Alberta's Premier, the Honourable Jason Kenney.
Welcome, everyone, to the Premier's Stampede Breakfast and to the greatest outdoor show on earth. Are you having a good Stampede? Thank you all. How about a big round of applause to all of the dozens of volunteers putting on this morning's breakfast and the tens of thousands of volunteers who make the Stampede the greatest outdoor show on earth. Give them all a big hand. Folks, what a beautiful day and what a great Stampede we are having. Wasn't that a great parade led by Kevin Costner? It was, I know everywhere I go, people have smiles on their faces and a spring in their step. You know why? Because we are celebrating our Western heritage and our rural roots during the Stampede. But more than that, we're also celebrating the fact that Alberta is back in a big way. I want to tell you all that because Alberta, we've got this new spring in our step. We're leading Canada in economic growth after years of tough times. We're leading Canada in job growth. More people are working today in Alberta than at any time in our history as a province. and our economy is taking off. It's diversifying. We have the first balanced budgets in 14 years. New people are coming to Canada coming to Alberta from across Canada and around the world, because this is the land of fresh starts and new beginnings. So that is why I'm happy to announce that beginning this September the 1st, we are instituting a new annual tradition to celebrate this province in a big and beautiful way by declaring September 1st, the day we join Confederation forever into the future, as Alberta Day. We rightfully celebrate Canada Day. It's time that we also celebrated this place we call home. And Alberta's worth celebrating. I know there's some people out there who want to just do nothing but criticize our history. We need to learn from the mistakes of our past, but also celebrate its achievements. We need to be proud about this province. We need to be grateful for those who went before us. That's what the Stampede is about. Being grateful for the First Nations, the first to build communities here, for the pioneers and ranchers, for those who have grown our food and created communities in this sometimes tough environment. So beginning this September 1st, we'll be celebrating their achievements and looking forward to the future filled with optimism. So folks, I want to thank you for coming out this morning. Thank you to Steve and all of his team at the Calgary Stampede, to the Stampede royalty, to all of our volunteers. We hope that you have a great rest of Stampede. Shortly, I'm going to be headed off to the airport to fly out to Victoria to join my fellow premiers, and we'll be fighting for more healthcare funding because we need to fix the problems in our healthcare system. How about a big round of applause to all of the healthcare workers through the last 2 tough years? And I'll be down there also fighting for free trade within Canada so that we can get some of this inflation under control and make this country the economic union it was supposed to be. Finally, I'll be fighting, yes, for our resource workers, the brilliant women and men in Alberta's oil and gas sector, the largest part of Canada's economy. And we will be standing up in a big way to the ongoing efforts of the Trudeau government to damage this industry that the world needs. But folks, in the meantime, let's all have a great celebration of our Western heritage and rural roots. Happy Stampede, and on the count of 3, I want to hear a big Alberta is back, Yahoo! 1, 2, 3, Yahoo! Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you very much, Honorable Premier. We've got a lot going on here, so let's get some picks first. Go ahead. So Alberta Day, September 1st. You don't have to twist my arm to have another holiday, so I'm very happy about that.